What to do in a dangerous or embarrassing situation. You're in a car that has gone off a bridge into a body of water. I made this video years ago. This is a remake with a lot of new information, so please pay attention. Okay, first of all, a lot of people have said that they take their seatbelt off when they go driving over a bridge, specifically out of fear of this scenario. When you tell that to me, what I hear is, I take my seatbelt off in case I get into a car accident. That's crazy, okay? Getting out of the car faster is far less important than surviving the accident itself. Keep seatbelts on. That's where they belong. When the accident is over, that's when you take them off. Okay, so you're in the car, you've gone off the bridge. Boom, big crash. Your brain is crazy. You're in fight or flight reflex, you're probably in shock. If it's this time of year like it is here, if it's cold, then you're going to be cold too because the water's starting to come in. But the car will probably stay afloat for 30 to 60 seconds. The engine will continue supplying electricity to the windows for 30 to 60 seconds. That's how much time you've got before this becomes a very different type of survival situation. And you know what? 30 to 60 seconds, if you don't panic, is plenty of time. So what are we going to not do? First of all, don't call 911. There's no way they're going to get to you in time. Don't try the door. You will not be able to open it, not at this point at least. Do take off your seatbelt. First thing you do, take off that seatbelt. Right now, it is a noose. It is holding you down. It will kill you. Get it off. If it doesn't come off when you hit the button, you just had a big car accident. It's possible that the seatbelt won't work now. You're going to need to cut it. I don't know if you have a tool in your car, but you should. Everyone should have a tool in their car. I am going to attempt to link a TikTok shop thing so you can buy it here. Which, you know, full confession, I get some of the money from that. So please buy it for me if you can, because I could use the money. But that's a great tool to have in your car. Everyone should have one in their car. But so seatbelt is now off. You're going to hit the button to roll down the window, assuming you have electric windows. If you have mechanical windows, just, you know, crank it down. Windows open, seatbelts off, nobody's in the car but you. Just get out the window and get away from the car. You're going to hit cold water. Okay, when you hit cold water, there's a 1-10-1 rule. It's used for like marine rescues and stuff. The first one, that's 1 minute. When you hit that cold water for 1 minute, you're going to find it pretty much impossible to not be gasping for air and be in a different level of shock. It only lasts for about a minute, and then you will acclimatize to the cold. Did I say that word? Acclimatize? Whatever. You will get used to the cold and be able to function. But during that minute, you could inhale water because that could cause you to choke or drown. So don't. So that's all you're really focused on. Don't try to control your breathing yet. Try to just keep the water from getting in your mouth or in your nose. Okay, that's all you have to do. That's your job for that first minute. When you get it under control, you have 10 minutes of muscle power before the cold leaches it away. That's your 10 minutes to get to the shore. If you cannot get to the shore in 10 minutes, you have about 1 hour in cold water before you lose consciousness. So, and honestly, an hour is probably enough time for emergency medical services to get to you if they need to, but swim to the shore. Okay, most people can make it to the shore from any bridge point within 10 minutes, okay? Unless it's a crazy long bridge, Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel or something like that. But, okay, so you've gone off the bridge, you're in the water, you're swimming to shore. That was great. Now let's move on to scenario 2. You've taken off your seatbelt, but there are people in the car. You had passengers. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do, you're going to say loudly and clearly to everyone there, is everyone okay? Can you move your fingers and toes? Are your seatbelts off? Okay? Because, first of all, is everyone okay? If everyone can't respond to you, you might have somebody who needs first aid, needs extra help getting out of the car and getting to the shore. If somebody can't move their fingers and toes, they might have spinal cord injury. There's not a lot you can do about the spinal cord injury, but it tells you they need extra help getting to the shore. And then finally, are your seatbelts off? Take your seatbelts off. Get their seatbelts off, okay? If the windows are already open, water is going to be pouring in. Everybody's got to get out of that car and get to shore, okay? You don't have time to explain the 1-10-1 thing to them. Just help them as best you can and get everybody to the shore. If there are children in the car, you might need to help them get out. You're going to do the oldest children first because the oldest children are more likely to be able to help you with the younger children, and they're more likely to have more autonomy and be able to function on their own through this crisis situation. Oldest children first, then move down to the babies. Um, get the children out, get everyone out the windows. Okay, now let's move on to the next step. What if that window, all right, if the seatbelt won't come off, you have to cut it. We've established that. If the window won't open, you have to break it. This is a difficult thing to do. These windows are not designed to be easily broken, as you might have noticed from the lack of breaking windows throughout your life. Okay, don't worry about the front window. You're not going to break that. That front window is laminated glass. It's not only super strong glass, it's got a layer of plastic sandwiching it in. So you're not going to be able to shatter it. All you're going to be able to do is cause spider webs to start appearing in it. The only way that window comes out is in one piece, the whole thing. So don't worry about the front. The side window, you're going to look right down there at the corner, lower left-hand corner. You should do that now in your car. See if your side windows are laminated or are they just tempered. If it's tempered, it'll say tempered or it'll have a T there, and that tells you it's tempered glass, which can be shattered. If it's laminated glass, that could be a problem. 30% of American cars today have laminated windows all around. It helps reduce the noise inside the car, so be aware of that. We'll get to that if you have that. Okay, so you're going to find the window that you can break. How do you break the window? The tool that I recommended will break the window, but if you don't have a tool that will break the window, you got to look around your car, find something that'll do it, a hammer, a screwdriver, something like that. You're not going to be able to punch through it. You'll probably break your hand doing it. I mean, if that's all you've got, I would try it, but honestly, you're probably not going to succeed. If your last resort is actually your headrest. If your headrest in your car is the type that can come off, you push the button, you lift it, it comes right out. It's going to be a cushiony thing at the top and two metal prongs at the bottom. Do not make the mistake of thinking that you can stab the window with the metal prongs and get it out. No, no, no. What you're going to do is you're going to take it. Think about it, it's like this. Like, here's the cushiony thing, and here are these two metal prongs. You're going to take one metal prong, you're going to jam it down into where the window disappears when it goes down. You want to jam it down into there, and then you're going to pull back on the top of it as hard as you can. Pull back, creating a fulcrum, and that should push it into there and shatter the window. That is not a great technique. It'll take a lot of time, but it is a good last resort as last resorts go. Okay, so windows are open now. We've gotten through the windows. We've gotten everyone out of the car. We're going to swim to shore. What happens if we can't open the windows? That is our worst case scenario, but we're going to deal with that. Okay, as the car sinks, water will begin to come into the car. Eventually, as the car fills up with water, it's going to reach a point where the pressure will equalize and you will be able to open the door. At this point, you have to get out of the car, you have to swim to the surface, and you have to swim for land, okay? So water's pouring in. While the water's pouring in, you're going through that first minute, and you're using up those 10 minutes of thing. It's happening now, even though you don't need it yet. So you're going to try to control your breathing, get control of it. It takes about a minute. And when the water fills up, you take that last final breath as the water comes up. Open the door. It should open pretty easily now. Make sure it's unlocked. Unlock it first. Open the door, get out, and swim to safety. If there are other people in the car, you have to explain all of this to them while you're up there, because you don't want to just surprise them with water gushing in at them when you open the door. Okay? So tell them what you're going to do. Make clear instructions with any children. Give orders. Do whatever you have to. Get it planned out. Okay, car door opens. You have to swim to the surface. Here's the thing. People die often swimming downwards because it's hard, especially when you're in shock, to identify which way is up when you're underwater. You're going to follow your bubbles. You're going to breathe out a small amount of air and follow the bubbles to the surface. That's what they teach you in scuba diving school. That gets you to the surface. Remember, you got to get to the shore. At this point, you can call 911. Good luck. And please, if anybody survives this situation, please tell me in the comments. I've never been in this situation, and it's a nightmare. But I would love to hear anecdotes from people who have done this. That's about it. Good luck.